snapped out, or seems to have snapped out of his ding-dong rambling, recognizing Ude Okoye as the party's national secretary. However, strong underlying currents of resentment coming from the opposing factions within the party. Where does this leave the PDP in its bid to forge a formidable force in the nation's political landscape? I am delighted to have a member of the PDP Board of Trustees and former Senate Deputy Leader and a current Senator at the National Assembly, Senator Abdul-Ningi. Glad to have you join us on this program.
Thank you very much.
Let's start from there. For some Nigerians...
Hello, my lovers. Welcome back to Christy TV. Ngenge, Senator Abdul-Ningi, Member Board of Trustees PDP, have spoken about APC people, my correct people. Them, according to this man, he said that if these two people are removed from the APC, that the party will collapse. Don't be smart. I want you guys to just watch what this man say concerning APC. And it is now on the social media space that the people that are controlling APC party is just two people. And these people are no other people than the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Buhari. They are the head, they are the tail, they are the one controlling all the affairs of APC. We could hear waiting this Abdul-Ningi talk concerning this APC matter stuff.
Here, when I arrived at a station sometimes last year, precisely around March, and there was a lot of concern that there is no viable opposition in Nigeria. And I had the sagacity then to tell you, don't worry. We are a party that was founded in the principle of Nigeria. Our party is basically a Nigerian party, and the founders of Nigeria came across all the segments of Nigerian society, from all sections of this society. And therefore, when I was here, and I tell you, don't worry, that at the end of the day, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And I still know, as a matter of fact, there are still some hurdles to cross. Now, you know, the problem with politics in the third world is that we begin to pursue power as the only thing that human beings can follow. Because we are an African country, we look at smaller countries, the neighbors, we look at other countries where the president becomes an alpha ego, where the president becomes everything in a nation. And therefore, some people are not comfortable with being in opposition, and therefore, wherever power swings, they go with that. And I told you, we didn't do that when we were there in the last 16 years. And Nigerians are looking at the differences today. When we had the Board of the Trustees, and you look at the faces of those who attended the meeting, just last week, we had another Board of Trustees meeting. That gives me an impression, that gives Nigeria an impression that those who are clamoring.
By the way, the first one, there was thuggery, there was fight, there was fisticuffs.
That was fisticuffs. That is typical of a third world country politics. After the fisticuffs, what happened? At the end of the day, there was resolution. Boss Anyanwu and Ude were there. And we were able to calm them down. And there was a resolution which stated forming a committee under Tinubu, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, one of the very best we have in the party, to come up with a resolution. Today, they submitted their resolution. And you could see, following the steps of the governors that met in Delta, we now affirm that we also agree. The governors from various states came with their legal team, and they stated the judgment, the two judgments. And they were so emphatic that the judgment passed at the appeal court was declaratory, and that there is no law, there is no court of law that can see declaratory judgment and put a stay there.
Maybe I should ask you this. In your meeting today, fine, they've agreed with this court judgment and BOT has said Udokoye. Did Anyanwu still insist with the Supreme Court? Is he withdrawing it? Is he still going ahead with it? Or did he agree? I mean, okay, he has agreed. He has no choice, but how about the Supreme Court judgment?
Don't worry about Anyanwu. Anyanwu is one of us. He's a friend. He's a member of this party. And he's been here for a very long time. All he needs to understand that at times, as a human being, the period that you need to think and call for sacrifice. No position in this party is bigger than the party. And therefore, people run for election. And they lose election. Not once, not 2 times, not 3 times. And they still come out and believing that this party is the way out. Remain in the party.
Now,
to make a relative comment on Anyanwu.
Okay.
Some of us are close to Anyanwu as a friend and as a party man and colleagues. From today that the BOT made a statement, we are going to approach him personally and persuade him. His case can still go to Supreme Court. Let him just exercise his jurisdiction given by the constitution of the party and the constitution of the country.
To seek redress.
But let's look at the bigger picture. The party has been injured. The party has been weakened because of some of these things that we know. But we know we have passed those things before, and we know how to go about it looking at the future. And I can tell you without any doubt that the future is bright for our party.
This is just concerning the national secretary of the party. Is it true that the Damagu-led NWC is biding its time to hold on to power to destabilize your party concerning preparations for the 2027 election?
All of these are hearsay, are rumors, and anybody can come with some of these rumors. All we know and we believe, people who have the interest of this party, people who have been in this party, Damagun has been in this party right from inception. And therefore, it is incumbent upon him and upon anybody who believes that the PDP is the only party to follow because of its democratic credentials. We came a long way. And therefore, looking at the history of the PDP, what you have been able to do in getting power from the military, I am sure a lot of Nigerians have forgotten that. We collected power from the military. Without the PDP, there wouldn't have been this democracy. And we had 3 poor presidents.
I don't know whether that is right about PDP. Some people fought for the democracy of this nation, not
Some
PDP.
people fought.
Yeah.
But we fought more because it is the party.
It depends on
the
the
party.
It depends on the
that got
yardstick.
It is the party that got the mandate of Nigerians. Nigerians give the party the mandate after seeing our founders' effort in trying to reintroduce democracy into the system. And therefore, going back to what you say about PDP, and I told you as a member of the board of trustees, one of the things that I try to shield away from coming to speak with the media, because we are the conscience of the party, because we provide leadership, because we intercede, because we influence. That's why we avoided bringing names of personalities so that they don't feel offended or disparaged. But I can tell you, my brother, that the days of crisis in the PDP will soon be over. And I see it coming.
Like I said, it's just one. Since H0T resigned and Damagun has been on the saddle as interim, no NEC meeting and no chairman. That's still a problem within the PDP. And today's PDP, you have factions in the NWC.
There are no factions.
I will break it down for you.
There are no factions in NWC. There are no factions. There may be groups of interest, but there are no factions who have gone out to say we're a faction of National Working Committee Let me come back to the issue of no chairman, no meeting. That is true. But hitherto, before today, how many times have H0T met that you know? Just within 1 week, we met 2 times. Look at the last meeting attended by governors. Almost everybody was there. And therefore, before the last meeting in Delta, we had groupings within the governors. Today, the governors are on the same page. They have the same voice. They have the same vision. And every one of them that spoke in Delta, and every other person that spoke in Bauchi during the Northeast Caucus, talked about coming together with a view of taking power from PDP. And that is the understanding we want from them. And no PDP member will tell you that he is not encouraged by what he has seen in Delta, by what he has seen in Bauchi during the Northeast meeting. And I can tell you the issue of Damagong, the issue of the other issue of NEC, it will come to pass.
In this meeting, did they decide on the date for the NEC has been postponed
already in the meeting in Delta, the NEC was supposed to take place 13th of February.
They moved it to March.
They moved it to March because it wasn't our interest. Personally, my interest, it would have taken place as scheduled. But I don't know what informed the governors to move it. But one of the reasons I had was colliding with the Ramadan time. Okay. However, March will still come. And I promise you when March comes, we're going to have NEC.
I'll correct with you and I'll ask you what happened. If it doesn't hold.
It will hold. You're accusing the PDP for not holding NEC for 1.5 years. What will you say about the APC?
Are you concerned? Are you comparing yourself with APC?
Because you have never asked them this question.
Who told you?
I have not seen. Why didn't they have any NEC in the last 2 years they've been in power?
Maybe because they don't have the same
Let them answer.
issues.
Let them answer. Let them answer. There are always issues. You know there are always issues. Lukman was there. I listened to his interview. There are issues everywhere in APC. But I'm not comparing ourselves with them because our party is different, the formation is different, and that is why I can tell you, anybody that sees us, when we lost the election in 2015, quite a number of my friends came to my house here and back home. Said, can't you just join us? And I said, that is why you don't understand where we're coming from. Our party is not owned by individuals. Your party is owned by 2 individuals. Remove President Buhari out of APC, remove Bola Tinubu, APC collapses. We have shown to Nigerians that it doesn't matter who you are. You can leave this party and this party will survive. Our former president left. We survived. The former vice president, Atiku, left. We survived. Bukola Saraki, former president of the Senate, left. We survived. Abinu Tambuwal, former speaker, left. Goodluck Jonathan refused to attend our meetings. We survived. And that is why we're in this party. This is the kind of party that goes beyond individuals. And that's why I tell my friends that are now complaining of what I saw right from the one side of the formation of APC. I say, I told you so.
A party that the members of your party, one, Ologunagba, Momodu, even Atiku himself, all are pointing to a third force as the problem of the party. And that third force they keep calling APC. Why are they all calling APC as the problem of PDP?
Because you could see clearly the hands of the ruling party in APC.
Oh, so but you're also adopting their stance?
No. I'm not adopting their stance because I don't believe in their calculation.
No, but you just said now you could see the hands of APC.
Oh yes, but we don't need to join any other party to come together. PDP is in everywhere's household. There is no polling unit that PDP has no structure. All that we need to do is to put our acts together, and I can tell you, APC will be gone by the time we want to assure Nigerians where there is a coalition that becomes necessary It's still a political arrangement. We get involved.
There's also a call by some agreed members. When will the term of the BOT members end? I mean, it should have ended. So why are there still for another BOT members? Or am I wrong here?
You are wrong, because the terms of the BOT, they are permanent BOT members who are founding fathers. I'm a term BOT member. I have served 4 years. It ended in 2023 and was given another 4 years, which will end after 2027. There are 30 people who are permanent founding members of the BOT, and their representation from zone, which I am, their representation from the National Assembly, and therefore, whether or not at every given time we have permanent BOT members that represent the affairs of the party.
Okay, federal lawmakers of the PDP have been cross-carpeting to APC, even the Labour Party. I mean, it's like that they're moving to APC in droves. What is your sense of opposition in Nigeria? And is there any talk of, because some people are saying that PDP is just too weak, is there any talk of a coalition, just like you had it with APC?
Let me answer the first question. And I read this matter at the beginning of our discussion. There are people who could not survive without being in power. And therefore, if you have a party like PDP that, quote unquote, seems to be in crisis, there is this fear that you have to move to another party to have a political power. What happened when you join that or the other political party? What happened to their members? You need to stay in your own party and correct those that are correctable and sustain what you have been able to achieve over the years. My brother, you can't continue with this third world politics syndrome where you see people moving from the left as the party was going to lose, to the right as party is going to win. It doesn't add up. It doesn't bring this democracy. It speaks volume of our character as people, as human beings. Why won't you stay in your own party? What is the fear? Must you be in a winning party all the time? Any politician who thinks winning is the only thing in a political system is not a politician of any repute.
Well, that speaks.
It's disgraceful.
But that speaks to our democracy, because, I mean, observers and commentators say you hardly find any difference between PDP, APC, because it's about interest. So there's no ideology. There's nothing you can hold your finger to and say, this is the ideology. So they find it easy to move from one party to another.
We may not certainly establish ideology, but what about your own person, your credibility as a person? How do you think people look at you? If you don't put your house in order and you jump to another house and you want to establish yourself as a bona fide member of that party, of that house, do you think that is as easy as you are looking at it? We had this same problem when we were in power. Between 2011 to 2015, between 2007 to 2011, we had this kind of rigmarole, even in the National Assembly, whereby people are moving to a party in droves. But in 2015,
when you lost power,
those people who moved to a party stop us from, did they stop us from losing? No, they didn't. So it's just the mindset of an average Nigerian who thinks he's smarter. You are not taking people into consideration. You are not reminding yourself. You are there at the courtesy of people who have given you mandate. You could win this mandate in any platform, unless, of course, you are not sure of the mandate you received, and that's why you see people who get agitated.
See what Bode George says. Bode George says one of the major challenges that PDP is facing is that Atiku wants to contest again, and that the PDP party is not adhering to the traditional zoning arrangement, the South-South, which was what caused, I mean, if you like, the major cause of the problem?
It is not. It is not the mindset of some people. And that's why I said, sometimes when you appear in national television, you try as much as possible to minimize some of this assertion. Because in the course of what you are trying to do, you may cast aspersion. Where was Bode when Jonathan became the president after Yaradua? He finished, which was constitutional, to finish Yaradua's term. Where was that zoning then when he recontested in 2011? That is a topic for another day. However, what is the problem with Atiku running? How can you stop him from running? You can say this to your party members, that as far as you're concerned, Atiku may not be eligible to run because he's a northerner, and this is the term of a southerner. Throw it open. Let the southerners and the northerners decide what happens. Atiku won his previous 2 primaries. He has got more votes from the south than the north, and the records are just there. Why should they single out just one individual and say he's a problem of the party? Why won't you come together and defeat him in a fair contest? Let me tell you, Atiku is the only one that has run for this president for 4 times. I do not think of any other human being, any other human being that will be able to sustain himself after running for a presidential election 4 consecutive times, and they declare him not winning.
Some say Wike is the cause of the current impasse PDP is facing. That some NWC members are loyal to him. Some say is the, like I have said about the South-South, he's the one, dividing the party because some like that's what observers are saying, and that's the talk everywhere. Damagu and the rest of them kowtow to Wike, and so that he's the one dividing the party.
Well, there was that assertion. What is the evidence?
What is
the evidence that is Wike that is bringing problem? If Wike is able to influence me and take his way, what about my own person? What about my credibility?
Yeah, but maybe you can talk about yourself. How about the other people?
That is the question. Why will you blame him if he influences somebody who do not have the conscience to understand the rigors of being in party politics? Those people that you mentioned, is Wike their father?
Just in passing, he's been accused of anti-party activities and this and that. Why is it so hard for PDP to punish Wike? Suspend him or something?
Suspend him, you have to bring evidence of what you said he has done to those people. I was able to galvanize those people. I was able to bribe those people. We are a law-abiding political party. And at the end of the day, I can assure you, at the end of the day, Wike will still become a member of this party. It's just a matter of time. And
will still become. So he's not now?
He is with APC. Of course he's with APC.
Oh. So he's not a member of the PDP now?
He may be. He's not an active member of the PDP.
Okay, Senator, we'll leave it there. We'll see how it plays out. We just hope that the PDP and the rest of the parties can give Nigerians can become a real opposition party to the current APC government, so that Nigerian electorate can really enjoy the dividends of democracy, because you need opposition in a democracy. Thank you so much.